Luckily it gives a little vibration when you do give it a squeeze. And to switch angles, ooh, bumpy, from head to face, back to chest. Absolutely no idea where I am. Right, a couple of people have asked for this, so I thought I would do a quick overview, review, long-term look at the Insta360 Go from Insta360. What a better place to start than with, you know, everything that I've got really, I guess. So this here is the carry case, and in here I've got all my Insta360 Go accessories, and you know, you can see this is a nice, compact and bijou little setup which has got everything I need for my little camera. So let's just open it up and I will show you everything that's here, and let's go from there really. So when you actually buy the camera in the first instance, you get a few bits and pieces. So what you get here is you get the Insta360 itself. So the camera is inside this little case, come remote control, come battery backup. That's the actual camera itself. Comes in this. You get the magnetic pendant. So I don't know why I put that way. So this is how you connect it to your shirt or jersey or whatever. Very strong magnets, very good. You get the pivot stand. So this is a little stand that means you can put it on a desktop or a shelf or whatever, and it has a reusable sort of sticky pad on the back. If you want to stick it to inside of a car windscreen or something. I've not actually stuck it to my bike. I don't know if I trust it quite that much. And finally you get the peak mount. So again, magnetic, pops in, and you've got this little clip here that then allows you to clip it onto the peak of a hat, or perhaps even onto like a strap of a backpack or something. So this is what you get for your initial, plus a charging cable. You don't need to see a cable. This is what you get for your initial £295. Very small little camera. There you go, next to a GoPro Hero 9 there. Move it out of the light. There you go, next to the GoPro. So it's a very small little camera. It weighs very little, and it's just so handy. They brought out this carry case, which is quite handy for putting all these bits and pieces in. So you can see, I mean, it's £15 this was, and you can buy smaller, cheaper cases on Amazon or whatever, but the fact that this had a sort of place for everything. So we got the camera, and then we got the case, and then in this case you'll see there were a few other bits and pieces here. Get these extra attachments. So two of these operate magnetically, the same as the ones I've just shown you, and then this third one here actually clamps the camera in place and gives it a much more secure fitting. These two here also have the GoPro connection on the bottom. So if you wanted to, if you didn't want to trust the magnet and you wanted to connect this to your chest mount or whatever, you've got a much more rugged option here for connecting your camera. So this accessory pack, I think that came, it was about 20 quid, which, I mean, this is quite expensive really, but there's also a couple of other standard GoPro mounts that came with it. I'll try and put a picture up on the screen in a minute if I can find them, but it actually means that the camera's got a lot more use. So you can put this onto a tripod. You've then got the various GoPro adapters, and yeah, it just means it's a lot more usable. That said, I've used these other adapters here enough times I could count them on one hand, if I'm totally honest, because 99% of the time that I've used this camera, it's either been in the clip mount here for the helmet or on the pendant behind a jersey. I can honestly tell you this has been my most used camera in the last 6 to 8 months. I can't remember how long I've had this now, about 8 months I think. So this is definitely my most used camera, and the fact that it's so small means that I can put it in my pocket easily. This here gives it about 3 charges. There's 32 gig of storage on the old model. There's a new one now with 64 gig of storage, and quite honestly that's just been absolutely ample for getting loads of footage throughout the day. You can set it so that it will, you know, only record for a minute or only record for 5 minutes, so that you don't end up recording hours and hours of footage. You can on the fly you could offload it to a phone or something as well, so there's, you know, there's plenty of ways of redeeming this of some storage while you're out and about, and do not be put off by 32 gig. It's fine. Yeah, so I'm going to show you some clips now, show you how I've been using this, just show you a load of places that I've taken it over the last 6 months or so, and yeah, from my money, it's definitely the best action camera that I've spent my money on, and I've bought quite a few. So from me, Insta360 Go 2, absolutely, definitely a must buy. And for bikers, well, I'll just let the footage speak for itself. I've had this on a chest mount, I've had it on my bike helmet, I've had it connected to this, I've had this clipped to a backpack, I've had this clipped to my mud guard, I've had it clipped all over the place. I even had this once clipped on a watch strap, so that I had it filming up at me from the wrist of my while my hands on the bike. So it's so versatile and so handy. It's unreal, really. So by way of a conclusion, go get one, and guess what, there'll be a link in the description.